Good morning, everybody. My name is Steven, and you're watching the Fowler Airgun channel. And today we are going to be talking about the Venturi Avenger again in 25 caliber. And we're going to be talking about the mistakes that I have made, things that I have learned, and how to prevent that in the future. So, I posted a previous video, and I want to give a shout out, first of all and foremost, to my followers out there. People have been commenting on my posts and on my videos and have been leaving good advice, and I very much appreciate it. So if you are anybody who has been leaving me advice and has helped me along the way, thank you very much. Wouldn't be able to do it without my followers, that's for sure. So what I want to talk about is adjusting the regulator on this thing. Number one, my mistake, read the manual. Please read the manual. I know I'm one of those kinds of people who just tear things out of the box and get right to building it, and generally I don't have an issue. We're talking about stuff that's pretty expensive here, things that are important. When we're talking about accuracy, it is important to read what the manufacturers are trying to tell us, guys. So what I found, and this is where my mistake was, I was actually adjusting the regulator the wrong way. So I was increasing the pressure little bits at a time. I was unaware because I did not read the manual. So I was shooting out of the regulator. I was absolutely shooting out of the regulator. Also, I want to note to anybody that does this, okay, proper procedure is to degas this completely, which is what I have done, and you decrease the pressure by turning clockwise in all the way, the slotted screwdriver, the slotted screw, you adjust that all the way in, you back it out just a quarter turn, you fill the gun back up, and then you slowly make, now let me put an emphasis on this, okay. This was where I had a little bit of issue. I had to degas twice and redo this, and this is why. Okay, when you make adjustments to this regulator, okay, when you're making adjustments to this screw, I highly, highly advise. Me, I was unaware of this. It's something I just kind of learned on my own, and this is my first regulated air rifle, so call it inexperience. When you make your adjustments to the regulator, I would only make like 1/8 turns. I wouldn't even really go as far as making quarter turns. Those are too far. Small turns, okay, on the regulator, and then let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes between each turn. I know that sounds like a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's just too long, or whatever it may be. Okay, fine. But what I noticed the first time around degassing the gun and having to fill it up was that when I made the adjustments, I was doing them starting out kind of by like quarterly turns, watching it rise, waiting for just a few seconds, and then adjusting it again. Incorrect. Because after you make those adjustments to that regulator, that needle, if you really, on the manometer, really watch it, it slowly creeps and creeps and creeps. So it needs time to build the pressure into the regulator to read on the manometer. So please take your time when you are adjusting this regulator. Small increments, and in waiting periods, so that you can get the most, you can get the best results possible. Now, with that being said, I have the regulator officially sitting at 2,800 PSI is where I'm shooting at, and we are at a 4,000 PSI fill. I'm not going to fill up to 4,500. I don't really feel the need. I think it performs great right at 4,000 PSI. We're going to be starting out, actually, I have no idea where these are shooting at this morning. We have some, these are 23 grain Griffin airgun ammo slugs. They're just a TC hollow point, just they're very basic slugs that Mike produces over there, guys. Make sure you go check out Griffin airgun ammo. They make excellent products, guys. I stand by it 100%. But we're going to, that's not to say these are going to shoot perfect out of this gun or out of your gun, out of every gun that you put them in. I just think that as far as product and quality, they're very greatly made. And out of some of my rifles, I have excellent results. So just out of curiosity, we're going to be shooting out at 65 yards. Also, we have the chronograph with us today. It is actually pretty shady underneath here where I shoot at my rest. And I actually did a little project this morning. It only took me a few minutes. Last year I purchased some LED strips that are like motion activated. They're holiday lightings off eBay. I got them for like $4 a piece. They were incredibly cheap. It's just a LED strip with a little remote to it, and this is what I'm talking about here, guys. So what I've done is pretty much identical to what Caldwell, and this is a Caldwell Ballistics Precision Chronograph, and they sell a lighting kit that is very similar to this. Mine personally, I kind of like it because it's motion activated. Number one, I can turn it to motion activated, so if I decided to shoot, get up and go down range and walk away or something, it will just cut off. I don't have to worry about cutting it off and on. So for me, it works great. But my lighting kit, and I have no idea if it's even going to work, guys. I have not tried it out yet, so we're going to be just doing this thing like right here, and you guys get to see it first. So we're going to shoot 8 rounds on a full fill, 4,000 PSI. 65 yards. I'm just going to shoot these Griffin airgun ammo slugs first, just to kind of see where we're at on the board down there. And then we're going to go back to the Predator Polymags, and these are the 26 grain regular, original Predator Polymags. They're not the Polymag shorts. And we're going to see what kind of accuracy we get now out at 76 yards. So, let's get you guys pointed this way. I hope that you will be able to see some chronograph numbers. I will call them out as I go. That way we can, you know, if you cannot see them, because I'm aware that it's pretty dark down here where I shoot at. We're going to be shooting off the Caldwell Precision Turret. I love this thing, guys. I can't stress that enough. I'm not a salesman for Caldwell Precision Turret. I am just highly advising it as someone who's getting into shooting. If you want to, you know, to me it's really important to zero your guns for accuracy and really find out what the limitations are before you go out and you start doing any kind of pesting or, you know, shooting any kind of live game animals. If it's just for plinking purposes, fine, you know, however you guys want to roll with that. But I just found that this Caldwell turret just works really well. So let me shut up and start shooting here. Here we go, 65 yards. And we do have a wind, kind of shifting left and right. It's a little breezy down here, but it's not going to stop us. And that's a 952. I apologize, guys, in case anybody can't see. Apparently, our chronograph is working well, so this is makes me happy. $967. $939. Still seem like they're dropping around a little bit. $960. So I'm not sure if it's... Well, Regulator saying we've dropped down just a hair bit, and we are at about 2,600. And we're going to go with it. If anybody wants to leave a comment, if there's any, if there's a huge spread here you're noticing, things aren't looking right. There's a 954. And I'll be honest with you, 956. These Griffin airgun ammo slugs, specifically these 23 grains, are not shooting too well with this tune that I have on here. So. $957, and that was our last shot. Alright. So the chronograph is working. We're getting good numbers. And we're going to go ahead and jump over to this thing real quick. I'm trying to make this a quick video, guys. I have lots of things to tend to. I have family members' wedding coming this weekend that I will be attending. So I'm trying to get these videos out to you guys, as much information as I can possibly pump out to the public. Me, personally, when I buy air guns, of course, I'm sure most people, I would hope anyways, do your research, really dig into this stuff onto the internet and find out what it is that you're looking for. Because there's something for everybody out there, personally, I feel like. So, alright, here we go. So we're going to load up our next magazine here. This will be 16 shots after these are 8-shot magazines. So, 957 on the chronograph. Point you guys out there a little bit more. Alright, I'm going straight out to 76 yards here. We're going to see what kind of accuracy we're getting out at 76 yards. Just bear with me for just a moment. I just need to make a few small adjustments. Alright, here we go. We have a fresh, clean target up downrange. I am going to go center of target, just dead center here, and just see what kind of accuracy we're getting. Also, I just want to note, no excuses here. I'm only using a 3x9, so I'm not getting, I'm not getting eagle vision, so to speak, out there. But I like this scope personally. That's 934 on the chronograph. I don't have any issues with these scopes. These are the Sniper brand scopes, and 941. It's kind of on the lower spectrum. I believe this is about a $70 scope here, and but personally I like it. It's not bad. $942. $938. $938. $934. And $938 for the finish. So it seems like got a little more consistent there with the regulator, and it says we are sitting right at about, honestly, we're still sitting right at about 26. See, the regulator is actually still rising. I'm looking at the manometer, and what I'm actually noticing is that it's still slowly rising back up there. So it's getting up there to the 2800. Alright, so you know what? Let's just load some more. Let's go one more magazine here. We are right at 3,000 PSI, so we still got plenty of life in it. I'm going to shoot some more out there and just see, let's put a 16. Same spot, no holdover. And 16 rounds in the same area on the target down there. Just to see what we get for a spread with 16 shots, because it's a lot of shots. Want to see some consistency here, you know. Alright, we have our next magazine loaded. Predator Polymags. Let's take a look here. And the regulator is right, it's just right below 2800. So, let's get back at this again. We are right at 3,000 PSI. A 938 with the last one on the chronograph. Slide this over just a hair. Alright, here we go. No holdover, same area. $937. $926. $923. And again, if I'm doing anything wrong here, sorry guys, if I'm doing anything wrong here, please leave a comment. Let me know what's going on here, okay? I'm open to advice. $917. Any comments you guys have to say, as long as it's not negative stuff. Obviously, I'm just going to pass by all the BS, you know, but, $909. $903. $908. Ooh, that was terrible. That's called not taking your time and pulling a shot. And it was the last shot, unfortunately. So, I do got a million things on my mind, guys. I apologize if I'm not bringing my A game today, but alright, so that's going to put us at, we are right at about 25, maybe 2400 PSI there, and Regulator saying we are right at about 22, maybe 2300 PSI. So, got us some chronograph ratings. I'm happy that my little makeshift light bars up there are working well. That's always satisfying. Hell, I was not taking my time there, guys. But here we go. I mean, I'm still fairly satisfied with the results. I feel like it could be a whole lot tighter, but you know, we're just talking about Predator Polymags here. So we dumped quite a few into this one spot here. We got a spread. Let's see. Let's go to the farthest point. So if we're looking at the farthest point, we're probably talking from here to here. Okay. Which is, yeah, that's probably about 2.5 inches right there. I mean, altogether, though, if you really look at it, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling like that's a terrible group. You know, if I was shooting chipmunks out at 76 yards, I mean, that would be pretty insane to me to be shooting chipmunks at 76 yards with a $300 PCP air rifle. However, this is just the results that I'm getting here. I got more tuning to come. I'm going to get into this thing more. We're going to dive into it. We're going to figure this thing out. I'm going to figure this thing out one way or another here. And so that's what I just want to say. This video today was definitely to give a shout out to my followers out there. Because followers were pointing things out to me that, in all honesty, at first I was a little offended about it, and I was like, oh, you know, trying to make up a million excuses. You listen to the followers. I'm listening to the followers, guys. Thank you very much for your comments and your concerns, anything that you may have. Please make sure if there's anything you'd like to see, you leave a comment below. You know, I can't do this without you, so make sure you leave your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to do a little bit more tuning. Once we get back over after the weekend, we're going to get right back at it, guys. So, and I'm pretty excited. I have a new air gun coming in the mail that I think you guys will really enjoy seeing some videos on. So, please just stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.